All right, we are back. We are back. And we are going to be moving on to our next topic, which is all about making mistakes online and how it affects the rest of your life, or everything that you've kind of built up in your life until now. And this refers mostly to a video that actually Stephen pointed to me maybe a few days ago. That was from a very popular Call of Duty content producer or a channel, iFlyIllini. And what? And I'm gonna have you take this one, Stephen, since you were so quiet in the Hearthstone.
Maybe I'm just trying to tune down my my loudness.
Turn down your loudness. Oh my god. But yeah. So, anyways, talk to me a little bit about this, man. What do you think about the whole business? I mean, let's actually link the. Let me link the video to everybody. It's like a 7-minute video of him explaining exactly what happened to him.
I thought it was more like a 15-minute video, wasn't it?
Was it 15? God, I don't even remember if it's that long. But here, let me find it for you guys. But it goes into detail explaining exactly what happened to him. You want to sum it up, dude?
Went to college. All of his dreams and hopes were before him. He was starry-eyed, wonderful. Started to get a little bit older and realized, holy shit, I have like almost 6 figures of debt coming right out of college. It's gonna take a long time to pay off. Figured out that there was an easy way to make money, and that was by masturbating online in chat rooms. And somebody found out, and then he got kicked out of the Air Force, and his whole life got pretty much fucked.
All right.
More or less?
Yeah, more or less. I think that's a good TLDR there. But okay, so I think the discussion that's maybe a good way to talk about this is, just mistakes online, right? You've had some incidences with that, but not really by your choice or anything like that. But it does affect the rest of your life. Do you think right now, like being a content producer or being a personality is, I don't know, are people not aware enough about the consequences that actions can have on your real life?
Possibly. It's also a lot different being being in the spotlight versus not. Everything is just on a much more grand scale. You have to be much more thorough about everything. If you fuck up really bad in real life, and like you fuck up really bad in real life, then you've got to deal with like your friends and maybe some people on Facebook finding out, and that's pretty lame. Usually that's it though. But if you fuck up and you're like in the spotlight, like if you're like, I guess, somebody in my position or something like that, then the entire internet finds out. Every single person you're ever going to interact with in the future is going to find out. And that kind of stuff, depending on the kind of person you are, the situation you're in, that could be a lot to deal with. It could be really obnoxious. And there is no, there are no secrets online either. Like it's the internet. Once it's out there forever, and there are no secrets on the internet. You have to be prepared that everything that you put online could quite possibly become online everywhere.
Yeah, and all right. So let's talk about this particular case. Do you think it just the grand scheme of things with everything that happened to him, which was again, he was, I forget exactly how it was found out that it was him that was, in these channels that were making money, masturbating or whatever. But that got back to, he was in the Air Force, I believe, and that actually got back to the Air Force and his commanding officer or whatever, and that affected him. I mean, he got discharged, I think. Right after
honorable discharge.
Yeah, honorable discharge.
Fuck,
yeah. So, what do you think of that? Do you think that should have had? I mean, it should have had that kind of.
That's like a really far-reaching question. Like, insofar as is it the Air Force's policy to do whatever the fuck they want? Can they keep people out? Yeah, probably. I mean, like, sure. Insofar as like morally or ethically is it right that you got kicked out? I think the military does some really fucking disgusting shit. From killing civilians and shit not even like all military policy, but there have been times where soldiers have fucked up and killed some innocent people, or the whole Abu Ghraib torturing prisoners shit like that. Like I think that the military has done enough stuff recently, whether you're pro or anti-military. The military has done enough stuff recently to be kind of embarrassing, based on the conduct of individual soldiers, such that a guy masturbating online to get some money to pay for his education isn't like a big fucking deal, But our military is like super fucking ass backwards, stuck in the 1940s or whatever in the way that they think. I'm surprised they even let black people in the military. Jesus Christ. It was like, what, 2 years ago where we were finally okay with gay people serving in the military. So, I mean, they're like completely in that super high up, like, you have to be super proper and prim and shit. So, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It kind of poses the question of any, like, what if like a sex tape like we got released of a soldier? Would he have to be discharged after that?
I don't know, dude. The America
like,
is so
crazy.
fucking stupid. If you're European, you don't even understand how fucking stupid America is when it comes to sexuality. I love my mom to death, but she is like the perfect example of that. Such that when I was younger, like, how fucked up is it that like I could watch like a Freddy Krueger movie when I was younger, and Freddy Krueger would be like slicing people up with his fucking hands, and like you got like the Dreamwalker movie where he like sucks the veins out of the kid's hand and he makes him walk or whatever. But as soon as like a woman's tits appear on the screen, like my mom would have to shut it off, or like I wouldn't be allowed to watch that part. Like Americans are so fucking stupid when it comes to anything having to do with sexuality. I don't know why it's such a big obsession with Americans, but so if a sex tape got released with the soldier get kicked out, I don't fucking know. Probably it depends on how big of a deal it was. But this iFly stuff really wasn't even that big of a deal, like in terms of the overall scope of the Air Force. Yeah. Like I can't see CNN.com posting a story, soldier in the Air Force caught masturbating online to pay for his ridiculously stupidly expensive tuition for school. Like come on, who the fuck cares, But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think at one point they even asked him to take his channel down, right? Which was
they said they wanted
crazy.
him to disassociate himself from all of his
what
whatever.
Is that? I mean, I don't know. I just think that's
like it seemed to me like they were treating him like, I could understand that kind of a treatment if you were like a fucking like huge commander, or maybe if you were like the CEO of a company or super high up like in a company, because then like your reputation could be directly tied to the stake in that company, Like if the CEO of Walmart was caught masturbating online, like that could have some serious repercussions to the entire company,
I guess
that's one of the things where people don't understand when fucking idiots like get on Reddit and shit and they talk about like, oh, these CEOs are so overpaid and they get so much money and the people on the bottom, blah. The reason why that's true is because if a guy at Walmart who works on the floor calls some dude a nigger, then he might get fired, or maybe not even, like maybe they'll just like give him a timeout, or maybe, I don't know, maybe they would fire him. But if like the CEO of Walmart did it, that would have far-reaching damages across the entire company. Like he has like the people high up in those companies have the ability to almost single-handedly cause like a huge media controversy by posting one message on Twitter, such that they could like fuck the entire company's reputation up. That's why they get paid so much money. So it just seems weird to me that a random no-name in the Air Force, not that he was like dumb or anything, but just that he wasn't even in the Air Force yet. He still had to go through pilot school, gets caught masturbating online, and they make it sound like he's going to bring down the entire reputation of the Air Force. Like that just seems really weird or dumb to me, in my opinion. But
yeah, it kind of poses the question too, as from a standpoint of content producers on YouTube. I mean, the cool thing about YouTube and Twitch and this whole thing, even just like what I'm doing right now, is that it's just so easy for us to do this. Or it's not easy, but it's much easier than it was 5 years ago. With you have to have a studio and all this business, right? But like nowadays, we can all do our own thing. People on YouTube are making just any random videos, and it's amazing like which ones actually get popular, and it's kind of fun for people. But whenever these kind of things start happening, it like you kind of have to think about, like, for instance, let's just say I was working for like a corporate company, right? Any kind of corporate company, like I don't know. Let's just throw out Exxon or something like some oil company, for instance, right? And and I just say I just do some of these shows and I say something I shouldn't say. I mean, should I be fired on those grounds? You know what I mean? For stuff I do like outside of my job. I mean, that's kind of
it's really
weird.
hard. We all wrestled with this question like 5 years ago.
And it's funny because we don't really talk about it much anymore. But like I remember like 5, 10 years ago, people used to start saying like, "Wow, with things like MySpace becoming popular, are employers really going to have the ability to access your MySpace and judge you, blah blah blah?" And now we've got like, and now that's almost considered acceptable, which to me is really fucking sad because I don't get. Well, I mean, obviously I'm self-employed now, but like prior to me working wherever, like I couldn't imagine somebody approaching me at work for out of work conduct. Like you're not paying me 24/7. Like I'm not on the clock. If I want to fucking smoke a joint or get drunk or fuck a bitch and make a porno out of it, like you're not paying me on those off hours. Like I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want as long as you conduct yourself in a proper manner at work. Like that's fucking it. Like I'm on the clock. I'm representing you when I'm on the clock, and when I'm off the clock, like that's just me, man. You know, like
Yeah.
so like I don't know. I'm not really comfortable with this whole idea that the company like fuck like we already get fucked hard enough by the amount of money that people make working jobs and all the shit that you got to put up with and the lack of medical insurance and all that shit. And then on top of that, to say that I've got to be a 24/7 fucking representative, like I have to do that with me because I am my own brand. Like I am Destiny, blah blah blah. So I understand that with me that I'm always representing myself, you know. But if I worked for McDonald's or if I worked for Walmart or if I worked for a company like that or whatever, like if you're not paying me when I'm off the clock, then like fuck yo shit, man. Like that's me. Like that's my time. Like I'm not representing you then. I'm not being paid to represent you then. So don't act like I have to represent you then. You know, like that's how I feel. But unfortunately, I feel like that line of thinking is kind of is something of the past. You know.
Yeah. It would be interesting to get a lawyer on here and discuss this, or any of you guys watching that have any kind of legal experience, because I'm sure it happens. You know, I'm definitely sure that
Where what?
people have been fired for whatever reason. You know, like you always hear about people getting fired because of sex or because of
Oh yeah, or there are
sexuality, and
some
that's
jobs
really,
that
but on top, but I'm talking
there-
about something kind of newer, which is like being fired because of content you make, you know, or opinions that you express in a content, that sort of thing.
Sure.
You know, I know that happens. It's just like I wonder, you know, like from a legal standpoint, you know, what rights you have to preventing that sort of thing, right? Because you're right about the whole MySpace and
Yeah, no,
Facebook.
there's nothing preventing because some employers on your application will request like your Facebook password. Like I remember reading stories like that, or such that they would say that they were gonna like peruse your Facebook and shit. Like I don't know, I think stuff like that is fucking crazy. But I've seen news stories like that before, and apparently it's not illegal. So
What, to look at your Facebook and stuff? I mean, of course it's not legal. What do you mean? I can go on
it's not
anybody's Facebook.
illegal for an employer to verify through your Facebook, you know, whether or not you meet the standards that the company wants to hire, and then
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, I mean, hiring is a different story. You can choose to hire somebody for whatever reason you want, but firing somebody,
no, that's
firing is
actually not
different.
true. There are laws to protect you against discrimination in hiring policies and whatnot. If you feel like you've been racially whatever bullshit you feel, there are laws to protect from certain discrimination when it comes to hiring.
Okay. Okay, well, that's much harder to police.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But anyways, yeah. So I don't know. I hopefully that won't become more and more of a problem now that you know this whole new media sector is growing and growing. But
I mean,
yeah,
I think it's going to become even more of a problem. What do you mean?
I know. It's just I'm hoping it won't. In some ways, it might not because the more success you have in new media, right, the less likely you have a separate job, right? So
Oh yeah, sure. Well, yeah, for us it's way different because of yeah.
yeah. Okay, well, that's that topic. Why don't we move on to the music composition topic, which we didn't get a chance to have a show last week, and you posted the results of your first music competition, and now you've introduced your new music challenge. So let's talk about the results from last time. Let me bring it up real quick so all of us can see it. All right, so what were your overall thoughts on how the first challenge went? And for those
It
of
was
you that
cool. I liked.
for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, sorry, I'm gonna interrupt you, but for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Destiny held this composition challenge where he had any of his fans, reviewers, put together their own composed version of a little ditty or a little section that Destiny kind of played, I think, on a keyboard, and then they could do whatever they want with it. And how many submissions did you get total?
I review every single one there.
Okay, so
Everybody
13. You got
that's on
13
it.
total there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And all right, so which ones were okay, so I'm going to click on the best ones here. So C. Parsons, Go ahead and play it for you guys. You can check it out, guys. So actually, let me give you. We'll play a little bit of it. so chill in the beginning. So what did you like about the ones that won the most?
And this one that you're playing right now, I really like the sound of the guitar was really nice. I hate the word ambience, but the kind of the atmosphere of the entire piece was like super fucking chill.
All right, we'll play about 20 more seconds of this, and then we'll switch over to the next
Sure.
one. Or actually, let me just
The layering, you can actually see just by thinking of the decibel thing. The layering of the piece up to like the center, everything kind of built really nicely, and it sounded cool.
Yeah. It's cool. And again, guys, this was created and produced by other fans and viewers of Destiny here. We got such talented fans. Okay, very cool. All right, so that was one of the winners. Why'd you choose 2, by the way?
Because I can do whatever the fuck I want. It's my contest. I hate choosing a winner because it makes it sound like some are bad and some are good. But really, they're all just different. This one was cool because it was like a completely different fucking style. I think, right? Is this the electronic one?
This one sounds more like acoustic piano.
Oh, no, never mind. Okay, then.
It gets to the end. This is one of the other winners, right? Vincent Pavone?
Sure.
Did you put the wrong winners, man?
No, I put the right one. Fuck, just listen to it. Holy shit, fucks. I don't know if this one gets crazy or not.
This kind of sounds like your original theme, doesn't it? Oh no, there's a little. Okay, there's some chords. All right, then. Okay, we got.
Oh yeah, this guy's got all the strings and shit. Yeah, the instrumentation on this is really nice.
Nice. I like the little. Turn down when it's going. Oh, that's nice. Little nuances there.
That
They
middle
changed
section.
keys?
Oh, yeah, the key
Oh, I
change
changed keys there.
really well. That modulation is why I choose this one. Why I could not choose
it's
this.
nice.
That key
It is
is really
nice.
really good.
Oh, that high note there is really. Yeah, this is my favorite one out of the two. Alright, see just a little bit more of this section. Okay, there's the faster section. Alright. Very cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
so for this one, it was the modulation and the individual scoring of the strings that I thought sounded really nice. It's really fucking cool.
There was some other very different ones. I'm gonna play one more that's just...
Find the one that said dubstep or wubstep. That one was, the style was obviously a lot different than the other ones. I started that review of it, and of course...
Guanyo. Got that epic sound. Wow, the decibel is pretty even here. Oh, it's got a slow wub.
It's coming for you, just gotta be patient.
This sounds like the music I lead into the shows with.
Sure. Gotta wait.
It's loud. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Wow. I like it's loud though. Shit, I can't turn the damn thing down. Alright.
Rip.
I hate you. I skipped the drop. I know, guys. Okay, you guys can listen to it. I know. I just didn't want to sit there and listen to it like forever, guys. So check it out. You can check the Wubbo one here. But okay, so that was really cool. It sounds like the first one was a success, and you've started the next one, right?
Yeah,
And I
so the
haven't-
second one. I've only gotten 2 submissions so far. What the fuck? I haven't promoted it on stream at all, though. I don't think I've talked about it on stream much.
Okay, so guys, so let me see. Let me hear the little. You put together something, right?
No,
let's see.
I always put together something at the beginning. It's just a little, very simple melodic idea, and
Okay.
then you have to turn it into whatever the fuck your heart desires.
All right, let's listen to this. I haven't heard this yet. I can't turn this up. I can't even hear this. Jeez. I like those arpeggios, don't you?
Everybody loves arpeggios, man.
Okay. A little bit of that jazz sound
Yeah, that's pretty much. Rep, good luck.
there. Yeah, good luck definitely with it. Okay, cool. So, and where can folks submit this to for if there are any new music producers?
Go back
out
to
there
that
that want
composition challenge number 2.
All right, let's go.
There should be a thing that says discuss this on Reddit.
Discuss this on Reddit? I don't see that. Okay, here.
Discuss this article on Reddit. Composition
Oh, there we
challenge
go.
number
Here
2.
we go. Right here. Discuss this conversation. Okay, on Reddit, and all right, there we go. I didn't know you had this in here too. Wow, that's nice. Reddit integrated into your site. Very, very nice. And,
I think there's been 2 submissions so far.
okay, so the submissions go inside of this thread. All right.
Yep. Find the UK Daza guy.
Should we listen to some of these? Let's listen to some of these. Deceived by Bass Race. Huh, it's cool, Bass Race music. That's a good name. I can't even hear you. It's so subtle. It's like Zen music. This is the music that they play like when you're getting a massage. Here we go. Alright, let's pick it up. Dude, it sounds like the Emperor's just entered the palace. Okay, cool. Very cool. And let's see. There's one other one. All right, let me listen to one. Here's my attempt. Is that it?
I like that that UK Daza guy. Wait, go find the UK Daza
Mr.
dude.
Good Morning. Okay. UK Deza. Okay. Okay, let's listen to this. All right. Here's
I really like this guy's guitar playing.
You what?
I really like this guy's guitar playing. Oh fuck! Just skip ahead to like 45 seconds or whatever.
Got a thing for
He's
guitar.
getting better on his recording too. It's not like ear exploding.
There we go. This is all real instruments?
Yeah. The drum is probably not real. The drums aren't real, but it's guitar playing.
Alright. I like that. These are pretty.
Don't be discouraged. If you think you can make the music, submit one. We'll listen to it regardless. I love you all very much.
Exactly. No, definitely submitted. We had 13 last time, so hopefully we can get at least the same and maybe more. But that sounded really cool. I think it's really especially cool since he's recording real instruments and playing them. Very, very cool. All right, guys. Well, why don't we? I don't know. Any other topics you want to talk about, Steven? Or before we do questions, or
Nope.
anything on your brain today? Anything?
I can't wait to go bomb them Syrians. That's the only other thing I care about. Have you followed that shit at all?
Yes, I have.
Are you excited to go back to war?
Oh, God.
How old are your children, ChanMan?
Can you? Oh God, we still got
Has
a
your
long
son
time, dude.
has your son signed up for the selective service yet?
You still got a long time for that.
Wait, you're from? Oh, I should know this. You're Chinese, right, Chan?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then.
Why?
I think for Koreans are able to have dual citizenship, but in order to keep it, they have to do their military service in Korea. No?
I don't know. I don't know about the dual citizenship stuff.
I'm
but
pretty
they
sure
have
if you're a dual citizen between Korea and the United States, unless you're like a student or something, I'm pretty to serve your 2 years or whatever in the Korean military.
Yeah. You definitely have to do that, regardless. I think it doesn't matter dual or not. You have to serve 2 years. Speaking of which, I did forget like one mini topic, which was Bisu announced his retirement.
Oh, I remember that, dude.
This past week. And I'm not sure, did you follow Bisu much, or just the Brood War competitive scene?
Apparently, I am Bisu. Did you know that?
Well, I know that. I mean, we started shows with you being late as Bisu.
I don't know. I mean, obviously I followed him a little bit in Brood War, but I haven't heard it. This might sound really dumb, but has he done anything good at all in StarCraft 2?
No, he's been kind of disappointing in StarCraft 2, which it's kind of shocking to me, honestly, given that.
I read a translation of how depressed he was during some of his matches. Apparently, there'd be like 10 fans like in the studio. I think his words were there were more players than fans in a lot of the GOM TV studios for the matches.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, ever since they switched, like the recent ones or the old studio?
I don't know, and whatever.
The recent
one he
studio,
played
I don't know. They talked about how it's going to be bigger and all this stuff, but I don't know. It always seemed maybe there were more people in the studio, but I felt like the old studio it just felt more festive and more. I don't know. The crowd was closer to everything, and I don't know. But anyways, like Bisu, yeah, he just never accomplished anything in StarCraft 2, honestly, and which is really shocking because Bisu's speed is just incredible. I mean, that's what he was known for, just his amazing ability to multitask and do that sort of bit. So
Sure, but the speed aspect isn't as important in Brood War, I don't think.
It's not, but...
Or, I'm sorry, in StarCraft 2.
It's not, but still, like, it still should allow you to do amazing things in StarCraft 2. Just having
Maybe
those extra actions. I don't know. It's kind of crazy, but... You know, Bisu retiring, and then Zhang Bi before, and even Best. A lot of these legends are starting to retire. Some of them are actually going back to playing Brood War. So it's kind of I don't know. It might be beginning of like an end of this age of these champions that a lot of people have followed through Brood War and that sort of thing. I mean, we still have Flash and Jaedong still doing pretty well in StarCraft 2, but
sure.
A lot of these other guys are going. Storks, still hasn't done that much in StarCraft 2, so I don't know. Not sure what that means, guys, but it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad seeing those old champions hanging up, and a lot of the Koreans too have to serve in the military, so that's always a stop point for them. They'll have to get to that. They get to that age where they have to serve the 2 years, and that's pretty much the end of your career as a gamer. I think, Boxer continued afterwards, right? Boxer served, and then came back. I think, is that right, guys? I can't remember if Boxer did or not, but all right, guys.
Yeah, Boxer was in the Air Force. He was in like the Air Force fucking Brood War team,
I think I remember at least pictures of seeing him too. So So anyways, he was able to continue his career afterwards. But all right, let's take some pictures. Or not pictures. Let's take some questions, guys. If you have any questions that you want us to answer, we pretty much answer all of them. Post them in the Reddit thread here, and I will get to them. I'll sort by time, so whoever posted the earliest, I'll ask first. We asked all the Trump ones earlier when he was on, and we'll ask all the others right now. All right, so Mischief. Oh, he has 3 questions. People in my university 2 years ago were trying to petition for an accredited StarCraft 2 club, where they would receive subsidy similar to those wholesome clubs. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Like the ones for various sports. I don't know of any initiative like this for League of Legends, Dota, even though those games are probably bigger than StarCraft 2 on my university. Generally, I figured there was this perception that SC2 could make gaming respectable, almost like a bridge between culturally accepted forms of entertainment video games, whereas that's not the case for MOBA games. Opinions about this, and does it even matter, since in 10 years everyone will have grown up with video games regardless? That was hard to read.
Oh, I don't even know what the fuck you just said. Yes, if
read.
StarCraft will be the ambassador game. Yesterday, when I was outside, I went out to eat with Aaron, and I left my fucking wallet in my car to pay for the food, and when I went out, these fucking black kids jumped me. And I honestly thought they were going to kill me. One of them pulled a knife, the other one pulled a gun. And then I asked him, I was like, whoa, guys, you can't do this to a Zerg player, can you? And they were just like, oh, shit, really? And he was like, I play Zerg too. And I was like, oh my god, our worlds have been bridged by StarCraft 2. I'm so happy. And then they let me go, because they were both Zerg players. True story.
Okay. True story. I don't even know how to answer that question. League of Legends and Dota, I'm sure there'll be initiatives like that soon. StarCraft 2 just happened to be the game that helped propel esports, so there's just been more time for StarCraft 2. And I know organizations like TESPA are doing exactly this. I mean, they're trying to promote esports, all the games in general on all the campuses. So check that out. I don't know what university you go to, but look for that, because TESPA's starting chapters all over the nation now. Why isn't Hearthstone and StarCraft 2 custom map? No, that doesn't make any sense. I mean,
what?
Why isn't...
Actually, I saw that. That looked like a really fucking cute idea.
What?
Where they released Hearthstone as a UMS for StarCraft 2. However, it would fuck Hearthstone really hard, so probably.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Make StarCraft 2 more popular, man.
Yeah, but a custom map isn't making StarCraft 2 necessarily... You know, like, a lot of people have this discussion about StarCraft 2 proper versus things inside of StarCraft 2. And, you know, I don't know. Like so some people have even talked to me about that with Star Strikers, right? Like, me doing Star Strikers, is that actually StarCraft 2? You know,
it helps StarCraft 2 a little bit.
Yeah, I mean...
Things in Brood War kept Brood War more alive in foreigners' eyes, in my opinion, than Brood War itself did, no? Everybody that I've ever talked to that played a lot of Brood War played, like, UMSs and shit, most people. That's what kept the client and other people so alive.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Guys, did you see that StarCraft 2 arcade game that had the Kickstarter? The StarCraft universe?
Yeah, the StarCraft universe.
Yeah. Which, I've been kind of remiss, like, promoting. I've been meaning to promote them a lot more than I did, but they raised like $85,000, almost $90,000. Uh-oh. Hello? Hello? You there? You there?
I'm here.
No, I think I lost you for a second. But yeah, that StarCraft universe, I mean, they raised like $90,000 or something.
Something like that.
It's crazy, and I don't know. I'm kind of excited to see what that's going to be like. It's supposed to be a MMO StarCraft 2 type of thing. I played a little bit of the single player. It's pretty cool. It's like there's a lot of content to it. It's a pretty high. It's probably the highest quality SD2 arcade game I've seen. All right, next question. Okay, here's wait, let me just ask it from a different. Hey, Destiny Bro. I have a major case of blue balls from you not releasing that Dust review, and I was wondering when you were going to give me that sweet release I need.
Oh, it's coming. Don't worry, baby.
Hey, reset your cam real
Definitely.
quick. Your cam's frozen.
I don't. Really? I
Mhm.
kind of like that. Like, I look bad as fuck. I look like my eyes fucked. I kind of like that.
You look like that painting of yourself, that one painting of you that...
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about with the like the dark one with
Yeah.
the overlook in the background, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah. What thoughts on Blizzard CS Facebook Hearthstone giveaway? Bots winning keys and selling of the keys, and Blizzard's handling of beta keys. Wow, I didn't know there were bots trying to win keys. That's crazy. I don't know. There's no opinion. I think I already told you. Like they should probably just only give out keys to Battle.net accounts. GM Retard asks, "Hey ChanManV, this question is for you. I'd like to know how much do respectable community figures get paid to push Hearthstone onto the public? The fact that every known public figure and their mom has access to the beta, except for controversial people, read Destiny, other undesirables, just makes it seem like an artificial hype campaign. Was it put together by Blizzard to get masses riled up for the release of their pay-to-win money cash grab? And what do you guys get out of it? Incentives by Blizzard, ad revenue from streaming, etc. Love the show, keep it up." Well, we get nothing from it. I mean,
Just
from
sweet
Blizzard,
viewers.
we get nothing from Blizzard from it. It's they just give us the key and then we play it. I mean, I guess some of the things that we get are like Trump's had an amazing explosion of viewership, so he's gotten that out of it. But yeah, Blizzard doesn't pay us anything to do that sort of thing. Was it a hype campaign? Absolutely a hype campaign. I mean, you can't blame him for that. I think everybody wants to do that for their games. And I think it was a pretty smart strategy, too. It was crazy. Everybody was talking about Hearthstone about a couple weeks ago. And so I think that was pretty good. Riled up for the release of their pay-to-win money cash grab. Dude, what's wrong with making money from a game? Making more money than they can make from StarCraft, so nothing wrong with that. Okay, what does the V stand for in ChanManV? It stands for 5. I've explained that a lot of times. Can we get an update on streaming rig Destiny built for you, ChanMan? Should I give them an update, Steven?
I'm pretty sure you destroyed it. I'm just gonna go with that.
Destroyed it. Fuck. It's not running quite yet. Waiting on a plug, and hopefully it'll work with the plug, but having some issues with, I think, power in the motherboard, so we'll see. It was fine. It was fine before he shipped it, but when I got it, for some reason, it's just not working. So either something happened en route to the shipping, or it was indeed the plug, because, I don't know. I think it has a chance it's the plug, honestly. But we'll see. We'll see if it's messed up. Also, lots of stuff on the internet points to dual GPUs causing trouble with streaming and capturing steady frames, but it's all anecdotes and a handful of comments from devs. How is it in practice?
Hopefully it works.
I'll let you know.
Worst case scenario, at least for the computer ChanMan has, a single 7970 will rape most games. And I know that it should work with fraps at least. But in terms of streaming, I guess we'll find out. It should work.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you really hit Hank? What the hell does that mean, dude?
Hank?
Yeah. Destiny, would you really hit Hank? Who's Hank?
I have no idea what that means. Hank from Breaking Bad?
I have no idea. Suggested topic. Gamescom a few weeks ago at the lack of... Okay, I don't know. It's suggested a topic. The lack of SE2 and Dota 2 controversy that became nothing. And the witch hunting caused by it? I don't even know what that means.
The what?
I'm not sure. So, a Vistential? Here. A Vistential? Your camera, dude. Fix your camera.
My camera's awesome, man.
Damn.
Fuck you.
Gamescom a few weeks ago, I said the lack of SE2 and Dota 2 controversy. And that became nothing. And the witch hunting caused by it. I have no idea what that means.
I think he's maybe referring to Gamescom not allowing non-LAN games to be there or something. There was a little bit of a talk about that, but I didn't read enough, and I couldn't tell if that was anything real or just people being retarded. There was a problem at Gamescom where they weren't letting people play StarCraft 2 or Dota 2 because they weren't LAN games or something like that. I don't know.
Oh,
something.
really? Wow. Okay. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Let's see. To Destiny. In the literal event of a zombie apocalypse, would his DayZ experience be useful? So? Would your DayZ experience be useful in the event of a zombie apocalypse?
I would probably just kill everybody and then commit suicide. I don't know, dude.
Oh god, that'd be hilarious. To the ChanManV, do you think Rafael Nadal is doping? No, I actually don't think he's doping. A tennis player.
Oh.
I don't think he's doping. He's just crazy athletic. Tennis generally doesn't have a doping issue because I mean, it's not that it couldn't have a doping. I mean, obviously, if you're stronger and faster, you're gonna be better. But I don't think you need to be crazy strong to be super good in tennis. It's more of a finesse game. Rafael Nadal is kind of proving otherwise, but for the most part, it's a finesse game, and you don't need to take steroids or anything for that. Let's see, Destiny. What are your opinion? God, what are your opinions on some design problems the league has? Would you agree that Riot probably added too much mobility to the newer champs?
I don't know. Fuck, I don't want to get into that argument now. Fuck that. There's plenty of people who've had millions of arguments on that shit online, power creeping and all that shit. Rip.
Let's see. ChanManV and Destiny, have you ever considered playing games like World of Tanks and or War Thunder? Both also have terrible players and infinite amount of drama. God. I played World of Tanks one time. Yeah, it was okay. I mean, it wasn't like boring, but I don't know. I think there's other games that I am more interested in right now than World of Tanks. I heard World of Tanks is a very kind of mathematical game. Like, it's really important to know your upgrades and how many shots it takes to kill somebody and that sort of thing. But I don't know. Any inclinations to play World of Tanks? Try it out.
I mean, it looks interesting, but I don't have the time to do it right now. So.
Got it. Let's see. How much did Destiny pay for his haircut?
Like $15. I don't know.
God, that's a not great question today, guys. Let's see. Did you mount? No, I'm not carrying that. I almost read that. Jesus, that would have been bad. There's all these people that want to watch you play Hearthstone, dude. Okay, well, I think that's it for the questions. Not too many other questions today. So, why don't we... actually, this guy thinks... Can you get out of your... ChanMan, can you get out of your comfort zone and tell us something politically incorrect?
Uh-oh.
God, I don't even know. I don't even know what, man. I'd be afraid to get fired from my real-life job if I said something politically incorrect. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss anything else. Okay, I think that's it, guys. Well, all right. Oh, actually, somebody's messaging me. What are they saying? Okay, well, why don't we wrap for the day? I think that's going to be it for the show, and we will continue next week. But, Steven, you got any last words, thank yous, all that good stuff, shout-outs?
Thanks to Phoenix for giving me monies. Thanks to my subscribers for giving me monies. Thanks to ChanManV for coming on. Thanks for Trump coming on, even though he's not here. Rip. All
right, cool. For me, yep, same deal. Thanks, Steven, for another fun show, even though you're chill as fuck today. All that Hearthstone, man, chilled your ass out, I think. And so we won't be starting with Hearthstone ever again, I think.
I just didn't know anything about it.
Oh God, unless your ass like starts playing it. But yeah, so big thanks to him. Big thanks to Trump also, and all you guys for watching. But if you guys want to check out the VOD, go to youtube.com/ChanManV. I'll link it now. Follow the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. I wish I was supposed to have emoticons coming like weeks ago, and they still haven't come. So apologize for that. We'll have some more for subscribers soon. Subscribe too if you want to support the shows. Tomorrow night, Wednesday night, Sprites at the normal time, 10:30 Eastern. And no climbing the ladder this week, guys, because I will be flying to to attend my sister's wedding on Thursday, so I'll be gone the whole time. But other than that, folks, for Destiny, ChanManV, this is Unfiltered, and we will see you next week. Later.
For fun.